All right, welcome back, folks, to Tales of Equestria, Misty Island. I am your host and DM, Lord Lucan. This is a My Little Pony RPG adventure. Who do we have with us, and who are you playing as? Hunk Papa, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Hung Papa, also known as Jesse Zelif. I am a dungeon master and author, and today I'll be playing Buttersquash.
Tell us a little bit about Butters.
Buttersquash, also known as Butters, is a comedian. He is a sad clown who specializes in slapstick comedy and now music, and soon to be.
I need some humor tonight. Hunk Papa, you bringing it in spades? You bringing it in spades?
You know, I never disappoint.
It's a buy on those dice. It's a buy on those dice. Silver, who are you playing as? A golden, yeah. I keep reversing them. Yep.
There you go.
You be consistent. Golden, who are you playing?
Shining subjects. My name is Prince Golden Glow, and I'm playing Silver Flare Tiger Owl.
Yeah, Tiger Owl Griffin, right? All right.
And the comedy I'm going to bring is Silver freaking out about freaking everything.
So we are currently on the Hippocampus, a ship dedicated to exploring the Misty Islands. The Hippocampus is currently off the shore of Misty Islands, which is currently covered in mist. That's what you guys see. You see open ocean off to the right-hand side, and then off to the left-hand side you see coast. But the coast seems kind of barren. Every so often you see trees and coastline and fog bank, just every so often. And we see this captain, right? Captain, let's see here, what's his name?
Jack. I know it was
Captain
Jack something.
Jackpot Sprint. And he says, "All right, lads."
Jackpot. I just noticed the pun.
Yep. He says, "All right, lads, what are you guys up to? What are we doing today? You guys going to get more of that food you brought on board?"
Probably, yes. Cannon. Pigs? That'd be annoying.
How many days Russian do we still have?
So you guys brought in a full 40, and then you guys have ate up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days. So currently you are at 29.
Silver's been picking cupcake bits out of his feathers for the entire time.
Butters is going to go to shore to start gathering more.
To shore we go.
To shore you go. All right.
I tried to do this, but I missed.
Go ahead and place your guys. Where would you like to be? Jackpot anchor is off the shore. Right, anchor is off the shore. He says, "Excellent. Go bring us some more booty and food." Go ahead and place your guys. Where would you like to go?
This was fine. Navigation?
Yep. Roll it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make it ashore.
I rolled the same roll as my practice roll. The exact same rolls. Weird.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and scoot you guys over here. Go ahead and roll me a die 5. Oh, die 6. My bad.
You got a poof blueberry.
Yep. That is a good question. Are you taking any of the companions with you?
Last time we took someone, they almost got eaten.
Does anyone want to come to shore? Is anyone tired of the ship and ready to take some shore?
That's a good question. We have a lovely selection today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 people. Let's see if anybody wants to volunteer. Let's go with the first one. Nope. Second one. Yeah.
On that D6.
Jack, the captain wants to go.
Boy.
Running Shadow wants to go. Okay, so just the captain wants to go ashore, and so does Running Shadow.
Boy.
They offer to come with
D6.
you. They want to go to shore.
We roll a D6. They got a 6.
Yeah, we'll take them.
Like, yes, this boat is getting a little dirty. He yells at poor Xander's to get back to work and cleaning the ship. Xander's like, I want to go to shore. He's like, no, you stay on board. It's just me and Running Shadow. Xander's looks frown, and he does a frowny face as he gets left behind.
Or it's just like, I'll help you with it when I get back.
Excellent. I need everyone on the boat before we get started. And what'd you roll for die 6? Oh, interesting. Okay. Awesome.
Am I fearful of my 6? Shouldn't be fearful of a 6.
Oh, don't be afraid.
Yeah, 6s are always good stuff. They're never bad things with Lucan.
Ooh, crab.
You see these giant crabs, the size of ponies, on the shoreline.
Like the crab.
They come running up to your boat as you finally make it to shore. What are you guys doing?
Butters likes the tune of their clacking. He's going to play some music along.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a performance to see if the crabs dance with you.
Man, it's the music man.
Excellent.
It's not terrible, but it is, considering I'm rolling a D20.
Oh, what is those musical instruments?
Your music's a D20?
Are those clappers, right?
I think they're just clamshells.
Are they clamshells? Really? They pick up clamshells, which makes perfect sense. And they start dancing and clacking with you.
And since Butters doesn't have hands and can't do this, he just sort of uses his hoof.
So, Butters, what are you doing as these crabs are keeping beats with you?
He's gonna keep playing the happy tune. He's going to try to get everyone involved in it.
Currently, only the crabs are dancing with you. Everybody else seems like a little bit nervous because these crabs are big. And crabs are known predators.
And Silver's...
So what is Silver going to do while Butters is keeping the crabs entertained?
So the crabs are currently dancing along. What are you doing, Silver?
No.
What you doing?
Oh, no.
You don't know? Okay. Well,
no idea.
Okay. As they're doing that, Running Shadows jumps ashore, and so does and so does Captain Jack Spot's print. They land ashore, but currently the crabs are busy dancing and pay no attention. And they're like, Captain's like, keep up the good work, lad. We'll drag you ashore, and they start like dragging the boat ashore. The captain says, Silver, help push the boat. Go ahead and roll me a body check as you're like currently helping to push. Excellent. The boat makes it ashore, and the crabs continue to dance as Butters continues to play. Is there anything else that you'd like to do during this encounter?
I don't think so. Not from Butters. He can't speak crab, so trying to communicate isn't going to be too helpful.
I don't even have a language. They don't really make noise. They
I mean, there's a way to talk with all kinds of creatures, and
Morse code.
Crab.
Do I just look?
Crab,
it's like crab
claw
slang language.
Yep. Crabs
have a clamshell and do Morse code.
Oh, that's true too.
Clackety clack in Morse code.
Yep, that's another thing we could do as well. The crabs dance their way into the water, and yeah, you guys make it ashore.
Safe. We are safe, boys.
It is awesome. You see once again subtropical plants, palms, stuff like that. You guys make it to shore with no problems at all. The world is open to you. Where do you go?
Land.
I mean, yes. Are you guys foraging? What are you guys doing during this time?
Yes. Butters will start foraging.
Excellent. Go ahead.
A little hunt for the two predators, for the two myself and the changeling whose name I've forgotten. Because they've been out for a while.
Toonstar's character. Let's see what his character's name was.
Roll my navigation for my movement.
Yep.
I'm going to roll navigation for my movement.
So that's an 8 mind looking for food.
You find 8 days worth of food foraging through the place. This place is abundant and full of life. Despite the clouds and rain, not rain, but mist that blocks your vision, this place is still abundantly full of life. What type of food?
Luckily,
he's gathering fruit, some grasses, anything that would be some vegetables, maybe a little variety to bring back to the ship.
Help pass the cupcake you've been eating for so long.
We've been eating for
he still drools
3 days
about the taste of that cup.
And Misty's Island.
Addicts.
Cupcakes eat you, and how you eat cupcakes.
Freaky
you're only
eaters.
a day away from the boat. Like, you could easily bring this food back. And you also notice, Silver, you were aware that off in the distance you saw a big tree. Roll me a perception to see if you can find it again.
Oh, yeah. Wait, just mind. I'm dumb.
Oh.
Well, they're both D8s anyway, so, and the second D8 would be mind, so.
Yes. In the distance,
it's just a mind roll.
You see a large tree. I assume you fly up?
Right? After I fly all the food back, because I can fly and don't need to bother with the boat.
Are you splitting the party? Because currently you are a day out.
Remember what happened the last time we split the party? Someone found themselves in the cupcake.
Halfway in a cupcake, yep.
Oh.
Are you splitting the party?
If you get eaten by a cupcake, I'll full on hell charge through that one and we'll have more freaking cupcakes to eat.
Oh,
I will return the food. Do a little hunting for myself and Candace.
So that's a yes. He is splitting the party.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and roll me a survival, Silver, as you are on your own.
Roll.
Awesome. You make it. And good time.
Roll. Nope.
Ooh. I think you get caught up in a storm, right? Rolled a 10. Rolled a 2. Yeah.
That was for an explosion. So he.
It was an explosion. I got an 8.
Oh yeah. You easily make it back to the ship and come back, right?
Whee!
Shoo, shoo. He's fast. He's fast.
Just full on ninja my way out of there.
Ninja through. So yes, the captain and everything else.
Like the sort of look at the food reserves and they're just like, where the hell did all this crap come from?
So we get the scene with Butters like gathering it all, right? And we have Silver flying back and forth, right? During this time, it's like, and it's just like a relay, right? As soon as Butters gets the food, Silver takes the food to the ship.
Silver's already back.
Yes, you are only 3 days out of food, since it's been 11 days worth of travel. But you got 8, so that's good. I think the captain and running Shadow helps you, right? During this time.
Like a conveyor belt, so I don't have to go as far.
And it works. It works amazingly. I think a day passes by. What are you guys doing that night? Are you guys going to make it back to the ship, or are you guys just going to hang out on land?
Well, this is shore leave, right? So we'll stay out for the night.
Excellent. We'll stay out. We're close enough to the boat.
Roll me that sweet, sweet survival as night descends upon you. And Silver, you're kind of tired, right? You're like flying back and forth, so you're pretty exhausted.
Sleep boy.
Yeah.
For a mind check. Mind.
Go ahead and roll. Is it being slow on you?
It'd be body or mind, I'm asking.
Oh, it'd be mind. This is all mind.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. The night passes by uneventfully. I think
we regain 1 stamina, don't we?
Everybody regains 1 point of stamina. Remember, you get 1 point of stamina back per day. Naturally. Just healing, sleeping, just doing your normal routine.
11 out of 18.
Bed rest can give you 2 points back. So if you just stay in bed and sleep, you get 2 points back.
Silver tries to light a small fire, but the mist has everything slightly damp, so it's just...
Well, and we've learned that fire looks back at us when we create it.
Yeah,
so.
That's weird.
Silver's in the middle of trying to light 2 damp-ass sticks, and he realizes...
That is a good question. Are you guys having a campfire tonight?
Nope.
Silver's in the middle of trying to light a fire, and then he realizes... Late.
Excellent. The night
and he sort of shuts down the sticks. Just...
no campfires lit or anything like that. You guys are just sleeping away.
We're furry boys. We're fine.
As you stare up in the night sky, right? Every so often you'll see a split from the fog. You'll every so often see starlight, right? And you'll see the constellations and remembering of
the fire. Which are made of fire. He sees all.
Okay. I think we get a cutscene, right? As you guys are 2 sleeping, we get a cutscene of Silver and Butters.
Flashbacks.
Yep. Back at the party.
Still kneeling. I need to stop kneeling.
Right. The celebration is starting to wrap up. Everybody's talked to the 2 sisters. And they start coming down, right? And we're getting a seating arrangement, right?
Just oh, gotta get here.
She's right there. You guys are sit at a table and food is brought in, right? We get the scene of you guys working the food, and the food's currently being brought out to the table. And you guys are currently asleep and having this flashback. And Princess Luna and Princess Celestia are eating and they're enjoying each other's company. Small talk about the kingdoms and the heroes that are currently across from you. Everything seems to be going pretty well. And Princess Luna looks over at Silver and says, you are going to be designated as the navigator. Your keen eyesight has been impressive. And I'm glad that you came from, what was it, Griffinstone?
Am I cutting out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll reconnect once. Oh, wait, it's a Discord thing. Hold on.
That's Discord. I like this little scene where he's Like true Fluttershy. He's like, he wants to say something, but it's like kind of like kind of quiet. And
it was just like,
pardon. What? Can you speak up a little?
Thank you.
So I think we get like everybody like leaning in to Silver as like Silver's like, hi guys.
Just like wings.
She says like, you will be the designated navigator, and she hands you the map, as you recall.
Map.
Mm-hmm. For the audience at home, you can see what the map looks like here. This is what the players have. And show players. Make sure that everybody has a look at it. And she says, yes, this is over 1,000 years old. Who knows what has happened? Your task is to find out what has happened to Misty Island. And of course, bring back some of those cinnamon mangoes and passion fruits the island was once so well known for.
Of course.
And of course, make friends along the way. She like gestures to like Butters, and she's like, well, I mean, he's going with you, of course.
Butters looks over at Silver and sighs and frowns as he turns back to his...
I think Princess is just like eating, right? Just eating politely. She's a little tired. Right? It's getting towards her shift. They ask, do you have any questions before your adventure begins?
No.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you guys bring back what we desire. This should be a simple, easy feat for you guys. I look forward to seeing from you guys. This will be a wonderful adventure.
Butters puts up his hoof in the air, raises his hand.
Yes.
Or raises up.
I think everybody doesn't take you seriously, and everybody like looks up because you're like pointing up,
just like sad
right?
clown.
Like everybody's like looking up at the ceiling. On the ceiling, you see like this amazing like tapestry, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that is very nice. Yeah, that's quite nice."
He's going to try to ask how many they want brought back. So he's going to first pick up like one apple, and then try to hand it to Princess Celestia, and then shrug and try to pick up more apples.
So she like takes the apple and she says, "Yes, these are our finest apples we get from what's it? Apple Orchard. What's it?
Sweet Apple Acres.
Sweet Apple Acres. Yes." She's like, "Yes, these are the finest ones that we get. These are delicious."
Butters shakes his head. No.
Silver just like perks up.
Yes, they are. They are delicious. Try one yourself. And she offers you the apple back.
He will point to Silver and then pick up the apple in his hoof. And then he'll point to all the other apples.
Silver, go ahead and roll me a mind.
It's just like, I think that's what he meant. Yeah, I got it.
No. Actually, you see like Princess Celestia trolling Butters.
What?
Princess Celestia is trolling Butters. She's messing with him. Like Princess Luna's like shaking her head at this, right? As she's messing with the clown. Yep. And everybody else is like not getting it, but she And you are both getting it. Butters hasn't caught on yet, as she is completely messing with him. Intentionally, purposely.
I mean, shouldn't he roll mine to make sure he knows?
No, because he's the one getting pranked.
And he's the sad clown. I mean, the more depressed he gets, the funnier it gets, right?
Oh, God.
Of course, Princess Luna is shaking her head no. As she knows that her sister's
just look at Celestia.
Yep, trolliness.
Just like...
is revealed once
trying
again.
To contain laughter.
So Butters is going to scratch his head with his hoof. He's going to look around. He's going to pick up a banana. And he's going to pick up an apple. He's going to show it to her. He's going to point to Silver in the map. And then she's going to point to the different apples and bananas.
Every place that you receive them, like oh yeah, those are the finest from there. And
it's like debating on like giving Celestia away. Silver's debating on like actually saying she finally gets it, like actually.
He finally sighs, and shakes his head, and gives up, and eats an apple.
Silver will now ask the question out loud. How many of the fruits do you want us to bring back? Right as Butters gives up.
Butters looks up at this, sighs, looks at Celestia, and shakes his head yes, very slowly.
She says, if you could start a farm there. That way we could have a steady inflow of it.
Butters scratches his head confused. He turns from his chair, like he turns around in his chair and starts digging through Penelope. But then he stops and realizes who's sitting next to him. And then he, like a light bulb, goes off above him as he realizes.
Visible light bulb.
Well, I mean, this is My Little Pony. It's probably visible. And
he
looks over at Xander's, and then he nods his head, understanding now why Xander's is there. And then he pulls out a shovel from Penelope. And he hands it, or his spade. He pulls out his spade and he hands it to Xander.
Xander's, of course, accepts it. And he's like, oh, well, I love plants and opportunity to have my own farm. It'd be amazing, right? So I think he quickly accepts this offering.
Butters nods in approval and takes his spade back and puts it back in Penelope.
This would be really good for my farm. Thank you, Snag.
He puts a hoof on his shoulder. He nods, and then he just with the other hoof takes the spade back and puts it back in.
I will say, Xander's has spade.
Just like, yes, this would be really useful for my farm. Thank you.
I think Princess Luna turns to you guys and says, what is it that you two want? What is it that you are looking for on this? She has, of course, like a serious expression on her face. She, of course, has no intention of trolling you guys at all. And, like, Celestia kind of frowns at her for being so direct and messing with her fun. But that's what sisters do, right? Sisters always ruin each other's fun. She turns and looks at Butters and says, what is it that you want during this?
Butters frowns, that sighs, and then he pulls out a bike horn and honks. And then he puts it back in Penelope.
I think like Luna doesn't get it right. She just like rolls her eyes.
Bird has been startled.
Yep. She turns to Silver.
The bird.
Right. And she's like, what is it that you want?
A
horn that honks.
Just freaking.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, you already got that. Clown.
I mean, it works. He wants laughter. He's getting laughter.
But she doesn't, right? She doesn't smile. She's Princess Luna. She never smiles. Unless,
Well, you didn't get a laugh at a Silver. You got a
Honk honk. I think Celestia smiled.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the idea across. That's what he was going for. He already did his show, and he already got laughs, so.
Yes. Even Princess Luna smiled at that. Silver, she turns and she says, what is it that you want during this?
Maybe if I come back braver? Like
Adventure will do that.
To things much anymore.
I think she nods and she says, bravery is knowing when and where to run.
I don't.
Hearing this, Butters scratches his head and shakes his head no.
Bravery is knowing when and where to run. I don't. I run every time.
Oh, and it doesn't make any sense, right?
Gets eaten by
if
a
you're
giant
brave, you
cupcake.
run away. Brave Sir Robin.
So I think we get this end scene, right? Where we get a little bit of exploration between your characters. And we flip back over towards the map, right? And it's a new day. The birds are seen and chirping, right? You guys wake up and you guys remember that little interaction.
Remembering that, Butters is going to now start looking for cinnamon mangoes and passion fruits.
Ah.
I think he's already found some passion fruits.
Silver's gonna help him.
Or spoiled.
Silver's gonna help him out with grabbing.
Right, but he can look for more, and we can start planting some.
That is true.
So, like, and I can fly up and grab the fruits because
I need a survival check as you guys are going to go hunting for a specific. Yep, you guys find it.
My mind rolls literally every day.
Doing great.
We're going to pick some for rations, and we're going to pick some to start farms, I guess. We're going to start getting some seeds ready and stuff.
How are you doing this?
Butters is shrugging and just throwing them all on Penelope to take back. He's going to give them to Xanders, and Xanders can... Butters doesn't really know what to do with this. He knows what he's looking for now.
No bag. Because... I mean, come on.
Does anybody have herbology?
Nope.
It's just Xander.
Okay.
Just Xander.
Hey, I have a saddlebag. Where all the hell else am I going to store my telescope and my 290 bits and all that?
Hopefully your saddlebag. Hopefully.
I mean, you could be wearing
I'm just going to have like a pouch in my saddlebag where I'm going to stow seeds.
I think it should be like obvious where you stow your bits, though. Like you have one glove that you wear or something, and it just sags or something odd.
That would make my talons very not effective.
Like you have a hat that you wear that just chinks every time you fly.
Oh, that's something Butters would have, though. Pocket hat.
I mean, he's already pulled stuff out of his hair, so he already has his special spots.
I mean, I got this. I don't know what the hell I'm going to hide here.
How many days rations do we find from this?
You go ahead and roll me a die 4. Because you're not hunting for rations, you're looking for seeds and stuff. So yes, you find, let's see here, about 40 seeds as you scavenge through this.
To the bag.
Yep. These are viable passion fruit seeds. 40.
And then do we want to go more inland, or do we want to go back to the Butters gets his 10-foot pullout, and he points to the ship, and then he points out into the...
We didn't really get much food or anything.
So the captain
we've only really gotten seeds. No real need to come back.
Well, we do have more rations, though. Remember that first night? We did gather 8 days of ration, 8 more days of ration.
Oh,
There was a whole scene where we conveyor belted those back.
Right, so we could go back. Like, what I'm saying is we can go back and then disembark later, like a couple days later.
So the captain's indifferent, and Running Shadow wants to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Butters.
You guys wanted to do?
Silver's just like, oh, I'll follow you guys. Well, I'll lead whichever way you guys want.
Butters shrugs and points his 10-foot pole back to the hippocampus.
You guys head back to the hippocampus. Go ahead and roll me a survival as you make your way back.
Negation.
Interesting. It starts to rain on you guys as you head back. It's not a terrible, awful rain. It's just, spitter spatter. There's no storm or anything bad about it.
Passion fruit starts growing in my saddlebag.
No. All that stuff is stored properly and taken care of. You guys have like these little knapsacks and stuff like that. It starts to rain on you guys as you make it back. But nothing horrible, nothing terrible, just a change in the weather. It was like was cloudy, but now it's a little bit stormy. Not terrible though.
Butters feels more at ease having waterfall than being in the scorching heat.
Mm-hmm.
It gotta be that hot. It's just misty.
Yeah.
Well, he's thinking about our friend Fire, and I don't know, he feels safer now that there's water around.
Makes sense.
Point.
I need a survival roll for that night. Unless you guys are going to push yourselves.
Nope.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me survival as the night passes by. Oh, something wonderful happens. Whoop, whoop. Let's see if anything good happens.
Sure. Area, sort of.
Okay, you've already got that one done.
The woods. Head to the woods.
Awesome.
Who
rolled that? Silver? Silver, you stumble upon a strange sight.
Oh.
Go ahead and place yourselves here. Captain and...
What the...
Captain and Shadow, Running Shadows.
Point, because I'm the navigator.
Navigator, you find this place, right? As you're leading the group, right?
Sort of looks left and it's just like, what?
Yeah. So it's subtropical, right? You guys pass this spot going in, and then as you come back, you stumble upon it, right? Yeah.
And lion, panther.
Before you stands 1, 2, 3, 4 statues, all of various colors, and it seems to be some sort of, I don't know, something. They're statues.
Map.
Clearly statues.
A map platform thing with a wheel on it and 4 crystals.
Butters is going to take a closer look.
Sure.
Jack's going to go straight to the steering wheel. Gating.
Everybody roll me mind as you're like looking this place over. You're not quite sure what this is. It's something.
Butters is going to walk onto the platform.
It seems to be made out of stone, and it seems to be some sort of map or globe. You're not quite sure what it is. Next to you is some sort of diamond dog statue. It is made out of what appears to be gold. You see a lion statue, which appears to be made out of marble. You see a unicorn statue, which appears to be made out of ice. And then you see a phoenix statue, which appears to be made out of fire, like crystallized fire, crystallized ice, marble.
Throw your EVs at it.
Butters is going to start turning the wheel if he can until for example, the marble matches the marble, and until the colors line.
The statue. How are you turning it?
It only turns one way, right? It looks like.
I would personally turn.
Sorry, what?
You
would
move
look.
Yes.
Like so.
He moves it again.
It locks right here. Clunk, clunk.
Turns it. Silver tries to turn the other way.
It does not move.
Butters scratches his head. He is going to try to pick up one of these gems.
Yeah, Silver's about to do the same thing.
My question is, are you damaging it? So
no.
It is like embedded within the platform. However, when you rotated it, right? As you rotated it, the entire structure moved like a merry-go-round, and it moved. And then as you moved it, it locked. So it went.
Silver's probably gonna sort of try to fiddle with it, like try to, how to try to claw little.
Are you moving?
Claws. Find a way to get it to unlock.
He's messing with the wheel, not any of the gems. Okay, messing with any of the gems.
With the wheel to see if it can unlock.
Silver, as you touch it, it rotates again. Chunk, chunk, and then locks.
Another light bulb goes off on Bub, and he points to the captain, and points to move it this way.
Why is it all? The captain steps up. Oh my goodness gracious!
And
then locks it one more time, and it chunks.
I think this is how it should maybe be.
I'm not sure why this stuff's not sticking together.
You've only selected the map thing.
Yeah, well, they're grouped together.
Circle.
So it's not. I have to break them apart and then ungroup them and then move them inside. Yep.
As the things are pointing to their respective statues.
Everything should be set up correctly. Okay. So just to be clear, this is what you want, right?
Yes, the colors matching the colors.
Excellent.
Gets off the stone thing.
For some reason, it kept falling.
And looks at everything.
I'm not sure why? I was just rotating it, and it was just like, why is everything moving?
No.
Make sure I got everything, and then group. Excellent.
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Butters gives a hoof to the captain.
Hoofs you back. He's like, wow, that was cool.
Butters kind of shrugs. He doesn't know what we just did. But, at least it all matches now. That sounds
Captain,
right.
Do you have any idea as to what we should do now with this?
I think he scratches his little scrubby chin, right? And he will roll intelligence roll. He says, "Yep, we set the world right, lads. Now everything is good and perfect and true."
I'd like to try to see what we should do next too.
You've done a wonderful job, guys. Wonderful job. He licks his lip as he stares at the gems embedded within.
Just like creepy old man lip lick.
Oh, he ain't old. He's about your age. Maybe a little bit older.
Silver's just kind of try to look at everything, see if there's anything he should do.
What about Running Shadow? Does she know?
That's a good question. Let's see what hers. Oh, she's a die 8. Oh. No, okay.
I'm gonna roll my mind thing too.
You
did
rolled.
Yeah, we've already rolled.
She's rolled 2, and she doesn't know what happened either.
What?
She doesn't know what happened either.
I'm like trying to look at everything, see if there's anything else I can do with it.
Butters shrugs and nods and points back towards the ship.
Range
Shadow there's more to this.
To turn the dial.
Butters shakes his head no. He's with the captain. He thinks everything's right with the world.
Like, he turns like the gold disc and like tries to, without damaging the circle thing, pull it.
Roll me a body. Roll me a body. It's gold. How are you pulling or pushing this?
Trying to like in there, like under the, like between the rock and the gold, and like pull.
Well, I suppose before you do that, you should look to see if it fits anywhere before you try to rip the pedestal apart.
So gold is soft, and you easily pull it off. You have a gold platter.
I try to like place the gold platter onto the dog statue thing. Like try to look for, like fly up in the air with it.
No place.
Try to find somewhere that fits.
Yeah, there's no place that it fits.
Check the other statues for places where this thing would fit.
There's no place where that item that you tore off would fit.
Butters frowns at this as you've just broken the world, and he points with his pole for you to put the gold piece back.
He just like whacks me in the head.
I mean, you've just broken the world after we fixed it. You can tell Butters is not happy about this.
Push the gold plate thing back in.
I think it like wobbles, right? As you're like trying to put it back.
Butters frowns at this more so than usual, and he tries to fix it.
Actually, like,
do you have
I look into the platform where the gold was. Like, is it just sort of a thing?
It seems like to be just like
just
part of the disc, right? Part of the disc, which like
it's just a podium that you broke.
You're back in.
All right. Are you taking the gold disc with you? That's my question.
It's just said I'm pushing it back in.
Oh, you're putting it back in? Okay. The disc sits there awkwardly.
Gentle push. Oh no. Oh no.
Butters frowns at this and looks at the captain.
I think I broke the gold.
Butters still thoroughly thinks that you just broke half of the world, or a quarter of.
The captain shrugs, right? He doesn't care. And he reaches over and picks up the gold platter. He's like, if you ain't going to take it, boy, I will. And he takes the gold platter because it's gold.
I no longer trust you.
He takes the gold platter. Says, you're a smart man. Let's see if we can do to the others. And he gestures for you to start plucking the other things off. Go ahead and roll me a body.
Oink.
No, this one's a little bit harder.
Butters shakes his head.
It's fire and trying to not
away.
make it boom. It's fire, trying to not make it explode. So.
Butters walks away. I think Running Shadow like kind of follows after you, Butters. And we'll get a scene with you two. But currently, we got the captain and the we got the pirate captain and the
Shy boy
Griffin currently working on this artifact or whatever. Go ahead and roll me another body as you're trying to pry this thing off.
boy.
Would you like to use a token of friendship?
No, this thing's so shattered.
What are you using to pry this?
Of fire, so I'm just like trying to like be as careful as possible with my talons. And
You're using your.
I should have made a talons roll actually.
Interesting.
Talons roll. Can I do a talons roll?
Suddenly, Silver,
No.
you lose the sensation of touch.
Ah.
The feeling that, like, your claws, your talons, you can't feel anymore.
I've become so numb. God.
The captain is like, what are you waiting for? Come on, pull it off.
So we're just having a whole what moment. Just like trying to just
Says, pull it off. Come on, pull it off. What are you doing? What are you waiting for?
Fumble around.
Okay.
God, you're making it too hard.
Roll me another
Make it
body
too
as
hard,
you
oh
attempt to
God.
break it off. Go ahead.
Gentle grab.
Excellent.
Gentle grab.
Yeah, you finally do it right. Whoosh. You guys gain what appears to be a fiery crystal within your possession.
Shatter that thing, and I was scared of blowing up.
It wasn't it doesn't shatter. No. He says,
Yeah.
"Excellent work, lad. Just go and get this one."
It's just like fumbling around blindly. I don't even know where I'm stepping.
Yeah, it feels like you're just
Weird
like
as hell.
like when your like hands fall asleep, or you're laying on your leg wrong, and then you stand up. You get this like tingling sensation, but you don't ever
Pins
get that
and
tingling
needles.
sensation. No, you don't get that. You don't get that pins and needles. You just don't feel anything. You're pulling on this, right? I think this is where you crack a nail on your talon.
But
you don't feel it. You don't feel it.
it snaps off in the rock and like
The captain looks at you and says, "What's the matter with you, lad? Look at your finger. It's bleeding." But you don't feel it. You don't
I don't
feel
feel
it.
it. Like one of my nails just snapped off.
How many talons do you have, by the way? There's a good question. On one hand. On one hand.
Casually Google's Griffin to look at the.
Well, I mean, just look at
I don't know how many.
your character sheet.
Must
That's a good
zoom.
question. I can't zoom in on your claws.
My character sheet has on one talon. I've lost a third of my fingers. Oh God!
No, you didn't lose a finger or anything like that.
Just
You lost a nail.
just like
It
half
doesn't
of
hurt.
a griffin's finger, dude.
It doesn't hurt.
It's like embedded in the marble. It's just like
Well, it's not embedded. It's just laying on the ground. That's why you always wear gloves, kids. Always
Just
wear
like-
gloves when you're working with heavy
it's like
equipment.
I heard a snap. What was that?
He's like, "Oh, you're fine. You're just bleeding a little. You'll be all right." You do take 1 point of stamina damage for this loss.
Just like
You don't
fear.
feel it though. It doesn't hurt.
Oh God! They're
Says,
gonna
"Go
be
on,
so
lift it. Lift it up."
They're gonna be so confused when I get back.
Says, "Go on, lift it up, boy.
I don't know if I should.
I'll show you how it's done. He walks over and he attempts to lift it up.
Shows me at the. Jesus! Roll your d12.
That's just a die 10. That's a die 12. Yeah, okay. He just reaches over.
Yoink.
Look. He's like, come on, it's not that hard. He's like, oh, there's only one left. There's only one left. Oh, look at this booty. I was promised gold and wealth. This is what she promised me. This is what Celestia wanted me to have. He says, go on, lad. Pick this one up, too.
It's only ice. What can it do?
It's only ice. Yeah, see?
Why do you want ice?
He says, no, it's a shiny gem.
Ooh.
Pops out. I don't know why you were having problems.
Ooh.
Pops out. Yeah. You guys have...
I grow an of ice.
These are all about fist-sized gems, right? If you look at your hand, it's about your fist size. These are who knows how much they're worth. So, well, you got a gold platter, right? You've got a marble, what appears to be like an orb, and then you've got a fire crystal that seems to like brilliant light. It seems to be like
ice,
and then ice, like a pure form of ice. And these are the 4 items that you, Silver, currently have. Captain says, you're carrying it. I'm the captain, after all. You're hauling the booty. And he seems like really, really happy, right?
Inventory really quick. Looking through these statues for anything.
What do you mean? What are you looking for in these statues?
So just sort of observing anything I could use these items on anywhere.
There is none. You don't have to roll. There is no items in which these will be placed in.
Marble orb.
Yep.
And ice.
We get a cutscene, right? As Silver and the captain are like, yeah, booty, booty,
and single ice.
We have Running Shadow, like, running up after Butters. And she's like, I know you don't like to talk, Butters, but maybe you would like to talk to me?
He looks at her, frowns and shrugs, and turns back to pulling Penelope.
Question, is he, like, actually mute, or is he just sort of mute for show?
He's talked before.
I don't think he has.
Yes, multiple times.
I don't recall him ever talking.
It's few and far between.
Away. Yep. He's kind of like Big Mac, right? He's kind of like, yep, nope. But he does talk. He's not mute. Okay.
Oh my god.
She falls behind, right, as you continue forward. And
he's going to stop along our way and look for a cinnamon, if he can.
Or just like walks back to the group,
a
missing
cinnamon
a talon.
mango.
Sure.
He's never seen one before, so he's now that he's just got a few minutes with him and Running Shadow, he's going to take a look around to see if he can find a cinnamon mango.
Weirdly colored mango.
Go ahead and roll me a sweet, sweet mind.
That's a 3.
You don't see any mangoes nearby. Or cinnamon.
Or walks back with the captain. He's just casually missing a talon. Can't feel
like
shit.
You've got your finger wrapped, right? You got your finger wrapped. But in your stash, you have this big booty, right? Of of items.
In my saddlebag.
Yeah. Your saddlebags are full of loot. Just go ahead and
loot. One of which made me numb.
When Butters sees this, he's going to sigh and shake his head, and then just sit on the ground for a second, shaking his head.
The loss of the world.
I mean, you just destroyed the world.
Entire world.
For greed.
That's impossible.
So reacting to the ice.
For greed. You destroyed the world for greed.
Oh, you're making huge amount of assumptions there, Hunk Papa. You don't know what's going on.
You know that's what I'm good at.
You're just making a huge amount of assumptions. I mean, if you want to characterize him in character, you can.
It is for greed, the captain's greed.
I mean, you started it.
You did. You weren't the one. The captain wasn't the one who pulled him off. Butters thought we did a good job. Butters thought we did a good job solving that puzzle.
I pulled off one trying to solve a puzzle, and the captain made me pull off the rest.
You did a fine job, Silver.
You can always say no.
Don't let this player frown upon your fun.
Just like
he wandered off. You got your treasure.
Yes. A fine job. I didn't feel this.
Yes. So we make it back to the ship, or we need to roll for that now?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for it. Oop, no, that's not what I was on.
Is it the touchback or? I look because when I can feel again, this is gonna hurt like hell.
You an hour later still cannot feel. As one of your flaws, I need you to write down cannot touch. Cannot feel the sensation touch.
That's just a thing.
It's a flaw. It's just a flaw. The sensation cannot touch.
No sense of touch.
Yep. And then talons. Put talons.
No sense of touch. You don't feel anything.
Yeah. Don't feel anything.
Notes.
4-stitch.
Are missing one of your right claw.
No, that will be growing back. It's just,
I can't feel anything in my talons, just my talons.
So, like,
I thought like
right? Your talons,
right?
Just your talons. Like, you can feel other things. It's well, I mean, you'd have to do some investigating to see what or if anything happened. You just can't feel anything. That's all.
I got like very worried because I thought like this thing just shot my entire nervous system.
Oh no! You can still feel, right? It's just your talons. You cannot feel with your talons.
I got worried for a few seconds.
Excellent. Yeah. After an hour, are you confused still? Like, you should be getting your stuff back,
like,
right?
I'm like constantly stumbling as I walk because I can't feel half of my feet.
Right. It's kind of weird. However, you can fly, so it doesn't bother you, right?
Eventually, after like my 20th time tripping, I just sort of decided to start flying. Falls out of my saddlebag. The captain's just like, "Hey!"
Captain's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Come on, we have to make it to the ship. We're falling behind.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Did you guys roll a survival to make it to the ship? Because that was night. You guys stumbled upon that at night. Interesting. So the rain gets harder and harder, and you finally make it to the ship, right? But there seems to be a storm brewing, and the ship is rocking pretty hard back and forth, but you easily make it back to the hippocampus.
I land because I don't want to get blown away by the wind.
You still have that stumbling
Strong,
problem.
but I'm not that strong.
You're fine. I don't know what you're worried about. You're fine.
Butters takes the precaution of tying Penelope to the ship pretty well.
Excellent.
God, paddling the oars is gonna be weird.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you never did any of the paddling, right?
I've been doing paddling. I'm the one who can paddle good because I have hands.
That is true. However,
But
Griffin's
not
over.
anymore.
Feel my hands.
I mean, you
He's
can't
like, check
feel
this out.
anything. So
Check
it's
this out. Check this out.
Stab self with. Check this out.
I'm bleeding. I don't feel a
Check
thing.
this out. I don't feel shit.
Yeah. You guys make it back to the hippocampus. Although the ship is rocking, right, back and forth, and you guys make it just before the storm hits. So during that time, are you guys going to travel, or are you going to remain anchored?
We're staying anchored.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me survival as the winds begin to pick up.
Butters is going to get some bed rest if he can and just sleep through the day.
Excellent.
I sleep. We sleep.
We all sleep for ice cream. That night,
Hey,
the
bro.
storm, right, picks up, blows itself out, and quickly passes over you guys. Right?
Oh, below decks, so no one gets blown away or soaked or whatever.
Yep. Your cart is fine in the morning. There's nothing wrong. It's just wet. Everything is wet.
We watered the bush.
Yeah.
Heard.
I think that's down, right? The cupcake bush is downstairs. I don't know if it's where. Did you ever stick it on the mast?
You said it wasn't healthy enough yet.
Yeah,
So he's been trying
but
to.
I think that's the plan, right? That's the ultimate
Yes,
goal.
the plan is to stick it on the figurehead, so that the figurehead has a bush in it
That
as a
looks
pie
like
in it.
a pie, yep.
The figurehead's just sort of like presenting a pie.
Do you ever talk to the captain about making adjustments to the figurehead?
No,
station?
not yet.
Okay, all right.
Once it's ready to, he will.
Okay, it's not ready.
He's going to try to tend to it now that he's back on the ship.
It's been 3 days since you guys went ashore and came back.
We brought it miraculously back to life with cupcake.
So you watered it before you left, right? And it is still fine. Despite the 3 days.
We watered
of
it
doing
last
that water,
night.
It is fine.
We watered it last night, kind of.
The moisture in no. I know
And,
where
like, so
that's going.
It dripped through the floorboards and watered the plant.
The ship is very
During the
tightly
storm.
sealed, right? It is well crafted, pony made ship. So there are no leaks, and if there are leaks, they quickly repair them. All right, this isn't no ragtag group. Everybody's doing their chores and working. The captain makes sure.
Are my talons okay?
Who are you asking?
Like, no, I'm just like trying to.
I don't know. Are they okay? I mean, they can't feel it. Only you can feel it. Are you going to ask Butters?
Myself.
Like, check this out. Oh no, you still can't feel.
Oof.
It's almost been 24 hours, and you still cannot feel. Are you going to ask anybody about it, or are you just going to, whatever? It's just a flaw.
I'll leave it to myself for a bit, like mutter to myself, just like for bravery, and all I got was I can't feel.
All right, so silly sallywags, let's go ahead and make it ready for the ship. He says, let's go ahead and roll me sweet navigation as we set sail with loads of booty and food. Currently, you're just 3 days short, 37 out of 40. Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and place yourself. Excellent. That night, you guys doing anything special?
Keep tending
Trying
to that
to fix my talons again.
Nobody's aware of your plight, Silver.
I'm just waiting for someone to notice Silver just stabbing himself repeatedly in the hand with one of his talons.
I mean, they're just like staring at you like, oh, he's so weird. They have no idea that you
Can't
cannot-
I feel this?
Unless you talk to somebody,
Silver's just like
Don't forget, like, people are doing chores, right? Scrubbing the deck and everything else. So unless
Like-
you go and talk to somebody, nobody's going to come and talk to you.
irritated. Just why can I not feel this?
think the captain's like, "What are you doing up there on the crow's nest?"
I can't feel my hands, and I don't understand why.
I'm like, it's like, did you sleep on him wrong?
You've been doing this since the statues.
Oh.
Feel when this happened.
Yeah, sometimes we chip a hoof too. You need to make sure that you wear gloves.
You need gloves. You have hooves.
So
Genuine confusion.
Ponies wear gloves. They wear like little little spandex things. I don't know what they are. Hoof covers, I guess. I don't know what they are.
You need gloves. You got hooves. I kind of need gloves, but
Captain looks at his hoof and he's like, "I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about."
I did not feel this.
He's like, "Yeah, that looks pretty bad. You might want to talk to somebody about that." He says, maybe you should talk to someone who knows about magic. Maybe they can heal you up proper like.
What was the unicorn's name? Blueberry something?
Yeah. He says, you should probably talk to Blueberry. She knows stuff about magic.
After that, I sort of fly down to Blueberry.
Excellent. I think we'll have a scene, right? We'll have a cut over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get like this doctor scene, right? Where you're in like an apron. And Blueberry comes in with like a white coat. And she's like, what seems to be the problem? She is the...
I guess unicorns that have healing magic, yeah.
She says, yes, what's the problem?
Thematic.
What seems to be the problem?
Show her my talents. I didn't feel when this happened.
She says, oh, that happens a lot. Some people lose their hooves. And she's going to give you...
I haven't been able to feel my talents for the past 2 days.
She touches you and you get 6 stamina back. As a healing touch goes through you. You get 6 stamina back. She's like, okay, go back to work.
Oh, sure. Now you tell us that someone could heal us.
Well, there is a player who can, but I can't,
I mean, Butters only has half his stamina this whole time.
This man is beat.
And now you tell us that we have a medic in PC.
We have a healing unicorn.
It's not my job to figure out what you guys do. And she's like, okay, go back to work. Silver, you still cannot feel. However, your hand does not look as bad, or your talon doesn't look as bad.
My talon's back at least.
Well, no, your talon's not back. It's just it doesn't. It's not as weepy or sore or bad looking.
It's not this.
It's not actively bleeding. She helped you, so it's not actively bleeding.
Right.
But you're still missing it, and you still can't feel anything.
She says, "Okay, go back to work." And I think she starts taking off her medical.
I still can't
about
feel
this time, Butters walks in, and as she's taking it off, he's putting it the lab coat and the medical gear, and he walks over to a bed, a cot that's sitting next to Silver, and that's got his bush pie in it. And he starts examining his bush pie with the medical gear as he rolls a 5 on his mind to take care of his bush pie.
Your bush pie is fine. It should be recovering.
Butters puts a little tag on it that says like A+.
My name is.
And then he starts taking the medical gear off.
Hello, my name is Pie Bush.
We're going to need a character.
So just like Blueberry walks away, and Silver's like, I still can't feel my hands.
And she'll roll a die 8. She's like, really? You can't? She says, yeah, you definitely don't. She starts poking you with a needle, and she's like, wow, usually most people react to that. Or most ponies react to that.
You usually react. Like,
Yeah.
you haven't done this to me before. Have you done this while I was sleeping?
So she like does like a full
Uh,
medical check, right? She does like the knee.
she's just like stabbing me with a
she like
needle.
she like checks your eyeballs and everything else, and she's like, yep, yep. She says
It
you
gets
look
to
pretty
my
healthy
hands.
to me, and then she gets to your hands, right? And she looks at him and she's like, well, that's
It's like
weird.
I'm just like, I can't feel this.
She says,
Understand why?
I would say that you were burned, but I don't see any burn marks.
My saddlebags,
Don't see
fire
any
crystal.
burn. She's like, ooh, what's that? It's a pretty
Grab
crystal.
this is when I was unable to. Don't recommend touching.
I mean, you're touching it.
Don't.
And then
I
she's
don't
like,
think
oh.
you should touch it.
Oh, touched a fire crystal. And,
I think this might have caused it.
she examines it and she says, yeah, it's a pretty crystal. It's shaped. It's masterfully worked. It looks good. Somebody spent a long time on it. She rolled a 4, by the way. Just to be clear. She says, other than sensation in your hands.
In
anything
side,
else?
bright side, I can probably weaponize this ability. Like, hey, I can't feel with this hand, so I can smack someone with the gem and make them not feel.
To be clear, it's both your hands.
I know, I can't feel my hands.
Both your talons. She turns and says, Blueberry turns and looks at Butters and says, don't worry, your plant will make it.
You see Butters point to his tears that he has painted on the side of his face, and he nods, reassured.
It needs plenty of bed rest.
Butters sighs, and he closes the curtain over the cot that it's sleeping. That's
Blueberry. It's masterfully crafted. Realization. Who made it?
Excellent. We head back over.
In the bag.
You go undiagnosed, Silver. Just to be clear.
Play.
You go undiagnosed.
Curse Griffin here. Yay.
She seems to diagnose you with like some sort of burn, but it's clearly not a burn because you don't have like the peeling skin or anything like that. It's weird. It's strange. Right? But that's what she diagnosed you with. Internal burning? I don't know if that's a thing, is it?
there are 4th degree burns that don't leave visible. Okay. I thought you were asking that as a person.
Get out of here, Hunk Papa. Get out of here with your reality. This is a My Little Pony show. Get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and roll me that.
6 degree burns.
Roll me that sweet navigation.
Cursed degree burns.
New scene. Changing scenes now. We're moving on. That's going to remain a mystery. Yeah. Go ahead and place yourself.
From the statues of cursing.
Can we tell if there's land on these hexes? Is there a land right here to the south?
Land here. Here, you're not quite sure what's out here. You'd have to investigate them. You'd have to actually go into the mist in order to explore it. But you can clearly see coastline.
Okay.
To your
to our right here. Yeah.
Yes.
I was just wondering to our south because we can't see that. I noticed we could tell when there's shoreline, but we don't know it's.
You have to go into the mist.
Yep. So for this day, Butters is going to try to check in on his patient.
You're patient. Go ahead and roll me mind. Yeah, it's fine. Your plant is getting stronger and stronger. Yeah.
Silver's still fiddling with like the fire, stone, and ice. Like, do they react to each other? Does the ice counteract the fire?
Well, I would tell you how they feel, but you can't feel them. So, who knows? I mean, you see no physical like reaction, right? As you're like holding them next to each other, there's like no physical reaction. They look like stones, right?
Smack, smack.
As you smack them together, they sound like rocks, like a crystal versus crystal, right? Are you going to try to smash them?
Try what?
Are you going to attempt to smash them, crack them, break them?
Probably not with the fire gem, but maybe with the ice.
Interesting.
I don't want to risk an explosion.
So how are you breaking the ice crystal?
The boat. Yeet it down.
On the boat? Interesting. Go ahead and roll
Probably
me a body
not.
check. Roll me a body check.
What? Marble and smash the ice against the marble.
Okay, so you're smashing two of them together. Is that what you're doing?
Ash.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll. So roll me roll me a die 2. Let's see which one breaks which one. What's your intention here? Maybe let's see here. What is your intention here? So smashing two of these things together will break one of them.
Through the ice. Maybe something in the ice crystal will help fix my hands.
Excellent. So go ahead. Roll me a die 2. The first one will be ice. Second one will be the marble. You see which one gives. The marble one breaks and cracks. Marble is soft, right? Technically, ice should be broken.
Ice.
Yeah. So this ice shard literally cracks the marble, and it literally turns to dust. And just like crumbles in your talon. I'd tell you how it feels, but you know.
Yeah, I'm like holding up these rocks, so like sort of falls onto the rest of my forearm.
It literally fractures, and because of your strength,
it's snowing. It's snowing onto my arms.
It becomes like a chalk ball, right? Where it's just like because of your massive amount of strength.
Does the captain see this?
I think the captain's somewhere else, right? And he left Silver in charge of this. He is currently covered in like marble dust. And yet the ice remains intact. It seems to be unaffected by it.
Or has obtained the never melt ice.
Anything else, Silver?
I mean, it's a gold plate. Might as well try with a gold plate.
So
it's not a gold stone.
Roll me strength. Oh, there we go. And then roll me a die 2. See which one breaks. First one will be the ice. Second one will be okay. The ice shatters, right? The crystal ice shatters, right? And unlike the other one, right? Other one just turned to dust, right? This one, your hand turns blue. So write down on one of your flaws a blue hand or blue talon. Which hand were you holding it in? That's a good question.
My left one.
Your left
So
talon is blue.
my right hand is missing a claw. My left hand is blue.
Yes.
Um,
The gold plate, because of your
Talons.
strength, remains sturdy and strong.
Talon is
So
blue.
left flaw blue.
Quirks, claw shenanigans.
Sure.
Using your talons and keyboard.
Mark off the blue crystal. So that's gone. The marble's gone, and now you have
Gone. Ice is gone.
gold, and I think you have the fire left, right? That's the
Fire crystal.
Yep.
Complete marble orb and ice. Just one single ice.
Yep.
The gold platter.
Yep.
And a fire crystal of numbness curse.
Not quite sure what it is. Yep. Just fire crystal, I guess. It does radiate light. It does do that. So
Radiates light, and it also radiates numb.
you're not quite sure what it does.
Like I just sort of like grab the fire crystal and like sort of, so like I touch with my talons. I sort of like run it up to like my wrist, kind of. That's it. Just the wrist. Experimenting a little.
Nothing happens.
I feel my wrists.
Right. So you're like holding like the gold, right, and then the fire orb, right, in your hands or your talons.
I put the gold disc back. I put the fire crystal in my blue talon. I'm rubbing it against my wrist on my other arm.
Nothing happens.
I
The
can
blue
feel.
one is destroyed. The marble is destroyed. So mark those two off.
The blue what? Yeah, I know that. Fire crystal in blue talon. Crystal against right wrist.
Nothing
wrist.
happens. Right, nothing happens.
I can feel my wrist.
Yeah, you can feel your wrist. Nothing happens.
And what the heck? Rocks are annoying.
Anything else?
I'm gonna wait till I'm on land before I try to smash the fire crystal. I don't want to risk an explosion incinerating the boat. Then we'll have no way
Anything
home.
else?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Me gate.
Cool. Go ahead and place yourself. The waterway opens up for you, and you see waves. Ocean. You seem to be heading back out into the open ocean. Yep.
Butters is going to store the seeds on the. Forgot to mention that, so he's going to do that now.
It's just been in my saddlebags for the past couple days.
The seeds have been stored.
These have
And-
been
They were
stored for a
air
bit.
sealed, right? You put them in like some sort of air sealed containment.
I like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a little sealed pouch in the bag.
And then Butters is going to check on his patient for the day.
Go ahead and roll me a mind. See how your patient's doing. Yeah, fine. Doing it's getting healthier and healthier, right?
Am I starting to see any indication when it might be healthy enough to place on the figure?
Just see here. It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days. It is probably another 14 days away from being optimal. Stick it on the figurehead. Does that make sense? Until it is fully recovered. I assume that's what you're wanting, right? A fully recovered plant. It's going to need every bit of a month in order to make sure.
So 1 more month, or no? How many days did you say?
14 days. 14 days. 14 days. With successful checks, which you've been doing fine.
We're mostly just gonna do like a bit more experimenting with the fire crystal, like carefully touching it to like slight other places to see if the numbness like places.
I think this is where the captain shows up, right? He's like, I want to see my booty. Let's see here. I can't wait to sell these goods. Awesome. Let's see what we've got here. Silver, go ahead and put them on the table. I'm ready. I'm ready to see what we have here.
Here, Jam. Don't touch it. Just like, touch this one, I'm not sure.
I talked to Blueberry. She said you were having a bit of a fit, an ill gains about your hands. He says, let me see your hands. And this is where he notices you have a blue talon and a missing. He's like, yes. What happened here? I was
experimenting with the ice.
We'll put it on the table. Let's see it.
My hand turned blue.
He looks at it. He's like, and stop messing around with the jam here. Stop sticking your hand in jam. He says, show me the crystal. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to sell it.
Jam.
Can't wait. Let's have a look-see.
Well, I put my talon on the table.
And he's like, is this some sort of joke?
Being sarcastic. Accidentally broke the ice and the marble.
Well, glue it back together there, lad. Glue it back together. Come on, show me the pieces.
Cough a bit of residual
there's no
marble dust.
Nope. There's nothing like that coughs up. Nope. He says, "Oh, are you hiding it from me? You realize this is my ship here."
Have them. They're gone.
Roll me what would this be? A charm. As you're trying to convince.
I'm not even lying. Like I don't have them anymore.
But he saw them, right? This is awesome.
Oh no!
Would you like to use a token of friendship?
Screw it. Probably stockpile for when you start throwing bad things at us.
Okay, you're not going to accept it? Excellent. He says,
hold on.
What?
I'll spend 1 token. You get 1 chance.
Reroll.
Hey, one reroll.
All right, let's see what you got here, buddy. No, not much better. He says, I'm docking it out of your pay, lad. He says, until the crystal is found.
I was getting paid?
Of course.
I'm just like, I was getting paid for this? What? I was just.
You think you're doing stuff for free? He says, I'm docking it out of your pay. He says, the fire crystal and the gold will stay with me. Apparently, you're not trustworthy enough to hold on to them. When you stop playing your games and hand me back the marble and the...
Don't have them, sir. I swear.
You rolled it too, buddy. He says, when you're done playing games, you can give it back to me. In the meantime, stop sticking your hand in cans of jars. And he leaves with
I'm just like
crystal and gold.
I'm just like, as he goes, I like walk up to him and like put like the blue hand on his side, like. No, says, yes, jam.
Go ahead and roll me.
Like, look at you.
Roll me a charm, because he doesn't believe that you turned your hand blue through the crystal. There's doubt, right? He's got like a bit of doubt. He's like,
I put my blue hand on his side and like rub a little, so like if there was jam, it would rub off onto his fur. There's nothing there.
He says, "Why is your hand so cold?"
I broke the ice thing with this hand.
It's chilling to the touch, lad. Can't you feel that?
Oh, I've been telling you, I cannot feel.
He says, yes, it's cold. He says, you've been sticking in some freezer? I think this is where you put it to your forehead, right? And your hand.
That I feel. That I feel. Whoa.
Right? So as you put it to your hand, you feel like ice crystals beginning to form on your cheek. Yeah, I think this is where like you peel it off, and there's like a little claw. Yeah, there's a little claw mark, right? Of where like the coldness of your hand placed on it. It says, you're a bit of a weird one, aren't you? The captain begins to depart as you don't feel
that
your hand,
I felt.
but you feel the coldness of your talon.
I'm just like about to rub the wound, and they're like,
it's not a wound. To be clear, it's not like an injury. It's just like really cold, right? It's
well,
like
I
when you have
squished
something
myself.
hot. What?
Like friggin' like.
Oh, you do that? Yeah. It's kind of like where you like take like ice cream and then stick it on you. There's like this little sensation, this little burning sensation, and then it's gone, right?
Like a little freezer burn.
Not that intense. Not that intense.
I felt that was cold.
Butters. We turn the camera over to Butters. What is
did
Butters doing?
Did Butters see all that effery?
No, he was looking after his patient. He was making sure he's checking the little water IV he has set up on the cot, and checking the chart that just has A+ written on it. He seems satisfied with himself, and he goes out and starts hanging up his doctor equipment, satisfied that his patient is recovering.
Your patient, Blue Plant, is recovering. Have you named it?
Like,
no.
Oh, actually, it's purple. It's a violet color.
Yeah, it's purple. It's a purple bush pie.
Yep.
He
like
is
contemplating. Oh, sorry.
It's been a while, so he's going to play Happy Tune above deck for the crew while they.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a performance. Yeah. You are having an awesome time. The crew is like dancing and cheering, right? Everybody is having a good time. Even out in the ocean, the tune carries on the waves, right? As it is playing, and you see like fish like dancing and splashing out of the water. What is this song that you're singing? What is this tune that you're playing? What is it?
He's going to be playing Pony's Life for Me. Sea Pony's Life for Me.
Pony's Life for Me. I think everybody joins you, right? Everybody's singing on the shanty
Works.
of a song. Arr! It's a familiar tune, an oldie but a goodie. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah. Night approaches. Silver, you gonna roll me that sweet navigation?
Nabby nabby.
Awesome. Go ahead and place yourself.
And I'm gonna heal my nightly stamina.
Yep. The ship continues even in the night. There we go.
Misty. Silver starts asking everyone, like, should we go to land or to go to land until the father.
This is like where Butter just notices like the blue hand of
blue talon. One talon's missing a claw. Like slowly growing back a claw.
You'd be surprised on how many sailors lost fingers way back when.
Am I like leaving a frost trail as I walk?
No, there's no frost trail.
I face palmed and felt ice crystals.
However, at night, right, your hand seems to grow frost in the air. So when you wake up, right, your hand can't move much, But in the morning, right, you can't feel it, right, until you like touch yourself, and it feels like frost.
He's
So
very wrong here.
It just takes time. Yeah.
Very wrong here. But like, I face palmed, I felt ice crystals, so I'm just like, am I leaving a trail?
No, there's no trail. Don't forget it's subtropical, so yeah.
Walking around on wooden floors of a ship, I'm just like, there's an ice generator.
Butters frowns at this, but shrugs. He doesn't know what to do about this.
Caring companion.
Such a caring companion. I just like.
I mean, Silver's done a lot of things the last couple of days that Butters doesn't agree. I mean, you destroyed the world as far as he's concerned.
His other talons are blue. And
he can't think of anything funny to do, so he's just going to leave it be.
I think everybody is still singing your shanty, right? Yo ho ho ho, a pony's life for me, right? It's once again on the ship. It's boring and it's consistent, right? Doing your chores, doing this, doing that. I think Silver notices like the captain locks away the treasure in his chest, but you know, he pays you not much more attention. Silver, he's just like I was
gonna try to break the fire crystal when we were not the boat.
Did the captain say anything about his conversation with Silver to any of the crew?
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm picturing like the captain like, Silver's acting weird today.
If he did not tell you, Butters. He probably spoke to the medical officer, which would have been Blueberry. Or
talks to Blueberry, and Blueberry's just like, yeah. Came to you not being able to feel his talents.
So to be clear, you haven't gone to Blueberry about your blue hoof now. The only thing that you've gone to is because you cannot feel. That's the only thing that you've gone to.
Is that...
If you want to find out information, you have to search it out. I'm not going to give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to disconnect and reconnect to the call because it's breaking up again.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Welcome back, hopefully. I cannot hear him.
He wasn't talking.
Let me check, make sure everything's working right. Okay. Yes, we can hear you.
Hey.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. We've had weird connections tonight with Discord. I'm waiting for Roll20 to crash on me at any moment now.
Which I'm surprised it hasn't yet.
Yes, I'm so happy. And the recording still seems to be right, so everything's working.
Lost this recording. This would suck.
Should have seen the last one. It jumped to the wrong one. So, anyways, it is time to navigate.
Butters is now pointing his 10-foot pole towards land. We're getting low on rations again. It's time for us to grab some more.
I don't think we are. I think we still have friggin' 35 days?
By Butters' calculation, we have 30 days because we never got our full stock of rations. So we're 10 days short.
So the boat had on it, when you guys left 4 days ago, would have been 38. That's my calculation. So currently you have 34 days of rations. One, two, three, four. Yep. It is now the 5th day, so...
So...
3 currently. Because I assume you guys are going to eat? Yeah.
Are we close to shore though, or are we like a
Shore.
day?
Shore is always to your. Well, currently the shore is always to
Right.
your
But you
east.
said we were entering the ocean earlier. So are we
Yes.
going back inland? Did we end up going back?
You tell me, navigator. Where are you heading? Place yourself.
Probably there. Yeah.
Excellent. Oop. And delete that. Dual things right there. Let's make sure that we're not deleting too much.
A7.
I assume you're going to shore?
Yeah, sure. Marisol shouldn't be too far away.
Awesome.
I think
How
we already
far away
passed
is the
Marisol.
tree?
Pretty sure Marisol was the
South Coast area.
destroyed village. We already
Town.
look back on your map. Marisol was way
Shush.
up. That was the destroyed town we passed.
Got him confused, okay?
Okay. Yeah, we're still a ways away from Cake Town. That's where we're generally heading us to Cake Town, but according to the map, we're still like 30 days, a month out.
Awesome. 3 ponies want to go with you this time. So rumor gets started, right? Of the captain's treasure, and everybody wants to go this time. Jack wants to go, Running wants to go, and Blueberry wants to go. Silvermane wants to remain behind on the ship. He, I guess, doesn't like going ashore.
Silvermane just sort of like tries to pick the lock while we're gone to get the fire gem.
They offer to go with you. Do you accept?
Butters does.
Excellent. The ship, right? The little dinghy that you guys currently are on. It is quite tight.
Barely all fit on here.
Everybody's like, yeah, I want to get treasure too. Everybody's coming to shore. Roll me a die 5.
5?
Die 4. Die 4.
D4.
Yep.
Oh, they're both 2s. Okay.
You travel onward, right? And this time you see interesting birds waiting for you. They seem to be dressed up in black and white, as if ready for some sort of party. On this shore, right here, you see a group of penguins who are like waddling on the shore. This seems to be like some sort of resting stop for them.
Just
What
sort
you guys
of.
do as you approach what appears to be a group of penguins currently just hanging out on the shore.
Butters is going to pull Penelope onto the
Silver's hopping off too.
Excellent.
and then Butters is going to put on a show. Since it looks like this is a party.
It does. Everybody's dressed in their best.
Butters pulls out an oversized bow tie and puts it around his neck, flexes his hooves, and starts pulling stuff out of Penelope to put on.
Roll it. Roll that sweet, sweet performance. Ooh.
Not his best for rolling a d20.
Performance.
They kind of are shy, right? You pull this like massive wagon out, right? And like start doing this big show. The penguins start like wandering away, right? Because of your loud music and stuff like that. They're clearly wanting peace and quiet. You know how like party goers, there's different parties for different individuals. Your big, showy, flashy one, they were looking for more of a ballroom dance. And you're providing this, loud entertainment, do. And they're just like wandering away as you do this.
He kind of scratches his head because this worked at the last fancy party he was.
He tries to give one gentle pats with his ice hand.
Sure. Roll me a charm as you're trying to What are you attempting to do? What is your objective here?
Just trying to reassure them that it's okay.
Sure. Roll me a charm.
Loud.
Would you like to use a friendship token of friendship?
Froze one of them, didn't I?
I don't know.
With
You
my
tell me,
ice
would
hand.
you like to use a
Not
token
using a
of friendship?
token.
Are you?
Oh. Didn't I?
As you pet this penguin, gently, this creature literally freezes over and falls over, frozen. Like a solid piece of ice. Just. So you know how penguins waddle,
slowly.
right? And then you come up and pat it, right? And it just like stops
Hey,
moving.
it's alright.
And just falls face front. Boom.
Butters stops his show at seeing this. His jaw
Is there a
drops and
D&D
he starts
campaign?
pulling
That'd be cool
Penelope
as hell.
away from Silver.
Backing away slowly, just
I think everybody like turns and like what's going on as they're like pulling the shore, right? And they're like, oh, it's just a dead penguin right there. They like investigate it, right? They didn't see what happened. And they like turn and look at this frozen penguin. It's like, oh, that's weird. Usually this is frozen. Usually this happens in
they're
the
just playing loud
in this
music.
ice.
You see them walking. They see them walking away. Silver walks up to them. Hey, it's okay. Pat, pat.
Who are you patting?
He just sort of backs away slowly.
He's replaying the scene.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Silver, you have like this shocked face, right? Your hand that you cannot feel. Yeah. A penguin ice cube literally is right there. I think this is where it's like slowly turning into a pure piece of ice. It's just like slowly like
The unicorn
slowly. Like that's super weird. And they're like, oh, this is a bad sign. We should go back. Captain and Rainstar like get away from it as the penguin continues to like slowly freeze over and becomes like a pure, that crystal that you broke?
Who else said this dude?
Pure piece of ice. Very lifelike. And they just like back away from it. They're like, what happened?
Butters points at Silver with his
Silver
10-foot pole.
That's a good question. And they like turn to look at you, Silver, like confused.
Silver is mortified, just staring at this like a little.
They're mortified as well as they're just like, what is going on here? What do you say, Silver?
Looking at his hand.
Everyone's staring at you.
Silver's just like freaking terrified of himself.
They're like, well, what'd you do?
I don't know. Terror mixed with confusion mixed with...
He touched the penguin.
I think like this is like where like the silence is broken, right? And then like we
Contact
hear, like,
Elsa.
Butters just like, he touched the penguin, and everybody's just like, it's supposed to be a serious moment, right?
His only line,
right? It's like he touched the penguin.
Silver
I think everybody like
and
starts
it
laughing
died.
nervously, right? Yep, everybody starts laughing nervously, and like, no, that's not what happened, Butters. You're crazy.
That's what happened.
Like, what do you mean?
happened?
I think they start backing away from you, right? As they see, you did something that you don't know what you did, and everybody's like, what's going on? I didn't know that griffins could cast magic.
I can't. Oh, how I did that. I almost did that to you.
I
I touched him yesterday.
Yeah, you touched
Yesterday.
yourself.
Oh God!
These
I have a
penguins,
death
right?
touch, and I touched him yesterday.
These penguins just keep walking, unaware of their companion's demise, at a single touch. Not liking the music, not realizing that their companion is frozen. They just continue walking down the pathway.
I above you guys for safety, so I don't touch anyone.
I think they're like, he's got the mark. He's got the black mark, I tell you. And they're like saying like, oh, he's cursed. He's cursed.
Blue.
Yeah, the blue spot. That
blue mark.
The
blue mark is even worse.
The blue spot is even worse than the black. They're staring at you, Silver. What do you do, if anything? It's like, we should leave him ashore. We should leave him on this island. They're talking about marooning you, Silver.
Jack's just like, we should leave him ashore. And then Blueberry's just, he can fly.
You still have to sleep. Butters, these guys are like staring at Silver, bewildered. They think that he's cursed. What do you do
I am
during
too.
Butters will unhitch Penelope, and he will slowly approach Silver, pointing his 10-foot pole ahead of him.
Okay.
Gonna poke my hand with the pole.
What's your intentions, Butter?
As he gets closer, he's going to poke Silver's saddlebags where he keeps the map.
What are you doing?
He's going to try to poke the map out of the saddlebag.
I think he's trying to get the map.
You leaving me here?
Butters points to the penguin.
Map, penguin.
Should I, like, debating on cutting off the cursed hand?
Oh wow, that'd get dark real fast. Well, that ain't my intention, but I mean, well, is that something that you do?
Just freaking a penguin and it died. I'm marooning me, and it's not dark yet. And it's not dark yet.
So to be clear, that penguin turned into a pure crystal form, right? It's just laying there on the beach.
Hey. Silver's just like,
Don't do that.
touch anyone, I swear.
Butters sighs. He sits on the
Blue.
sand. What if
Push
you touch
the
the
map.
map? As he tries to poke the map out of your saddlebags with his pole.
Uh,
I think the penguin's right here, right? Moved over and touched it, yeah.
glove.
What do you do?
I don't have a lot of options. I really don't think I have many options.
I think like during this silence, right? Everyone's staring at Silver, right? And that's when we notice the penguin gets back up. Oh no!
Uh,
And it starts walking again.
to,
It is now pure crystalline blue.
to get the focus off of me and to point out the absolute madness happening. Still alive.
I mean, is it? It is now
Butters
solid
starts.
crystal. You literally can see right through this crystal.
Is walking. Silver
Butters
classifies it as alive and is moving.
frantically starts poking at that saddlebag, trying to get that map. And we lost Lucan.
Yeah, I'm
God,
coming back.
Lucan died.
Yep, it crashed. It crashed. I knew it was happening too quick. It's happening
Yeah.
too nicely. And then I was like, yep, roll 20. Yep, there it goes. And that's when the penguin gets back up and starts walking. You can literally see through the crystal penguin walking away.
Is that where
As
we're
if
going to end it?
nothing happened. I think that is. It's a good place to end it. You guys have anything to say? Is like everybody's like stepping back, right? As this like blue crystal penguin, see-through crystal penguin is walking.
Starts
away.
walking and like Silver's guys. Alive.
Butters still frantically trying to nudge the map out of Silver's saddle.
Shoving it back into the bag like, Butters, please.
I think that's where we end the episode. Like, Butters, please.
It was good to me.